Hey guys, as I talked to you guys the other day, how quickly it can change. Today my truck says 7 degrees and it's pouring rain, so it went from 20 to 7 overnight, and with the rain it's probably more, it feels colder than that. So today I'm just picking up stuff. I'm in Elmira mostly. Elmira area, I usually do a run maybe once every 2 weeks, and I needed a hay feeder and I needed some coulters for that new plow that I bought. I got them used, luckily. I wouldn't want to dare to know how much they are new. So that's what I'm picking up today, and I'll take you guys along on what I'm looking at and what I'm seeing and some cool stuff along the way. So this right here is a two-blind spreader. I looked at one of these prior, a little while back when I was looking at my rake. They had the guy at Maple Leaf Farms was talking to me a little bit about it. They're really heavy built. I liked the vertical beaters. They even have the dust thing at the bottom. They have a hydraulic scissor gate there. I'm pointing out here these chains are really heavy for what you're getting, which is always nice when it comes to spreader because of corrosion. Big tires. This is, I think I was looking at the 275, which is the smallest model. This is the 375, which is a little bigger than I would want. With my hills, it's all kind of simple. It's all kind of nicely built. I like it. That's why I was kind of looking at it, because one day, but these things are super freaking expensive. I would have to be doing custom work, custom spreading to be able to pay for the thing. So that's not in the cards anytime soon. There just isn't a demand. So keeping with tube line here, this is their hay reconditioner. Very similar to a lot of others. It just uses crimper rollers to basically crush the hay and speed up drying time. I hadn't seen one before in like live. I've only seen them on pictures, so I figured I'd take this opportunity and take a look at it. I like the little grease caps. I think those are smart, but you definitely lose them pretty quick. But it's pretty simple. Like you're seeing right here, it's just basically bearings, nothing too extravagant. There's going to be a gearbox on this top end and some PTO shafts, and nothing too crazy. Nothing that would require a lot of high maintenance at all. Just making sure those bearings are good. The rollers are built pretty heavy. I was just kind of looking at these and seeing how heavy this steel was on the rollers. The other thing is even the lifting cylinder, it isn't that. All it is you'll see here just this sides right in front of the tires. All that does is lift up and down with one cylinder, and that's all it is. So I think I've showed you guys this before. I was trying to get you a better angle. This lever, all it is a lever, and it's antifreeze inside the lines, and it works the same way as a hydraulic chute without having to have a pump. So it's just that lever, and what happens is when they go forward, they hit that, and then when they try and pull back to get out of it, it locks. And that's all it is, and all you do to let them go is do that, hit the switch, and they're through. I think it's a really ingenious idea because it keeps you from having to run a pump. These are the chutes. I was looking at this first one a little bit. This is kind of one where it has an automatic catch, which I would need for doing with one person, like working cattle with one person. They're decently built, pretty well engineered. There's a lot more options on here than I would really need. I would maybe need one of those black doors for milking cattle, and maybe I don't need the squeeze. This second one has a squeeze on it. I just need the basic ones, but they're not cheap, so this is kind of a little farther down the line, maybe within 1 or 2 years. I'd like to have this to be able to work my own cattle. Currently, I do it at the yards, but I just don't like doing it because it's just not your chute and you don't know it, and they're never taken care of. So, yeah, so that's the plan in a couple years. So here I am here. I'm walking, so it's a little bumpy, but I wanted to show you guys this. I know One Lonely Farmer had this of Crone doing this concept where you can spin the mower and go down the road with a wider mower. So these guys are all very competitive, and lo and behold, Kuhn has one too. Very similar concept. It spins and then it lifts up on a hydraulic cylinder and goes down the road. This one doesn't have a conditioner on it. But it's an amazing concept, right? It allows you to be able to do wider mowers down the road at a safer than it was before. I know my 13-footer can be a bugger getting down the road, but I don't have too much traffic most of the time, so it's not too bad. Yeah, it's just a cool concept here. Uh, I don't know why they needed mud flaps on it. I thought that was a little funny, but yeah, there's nothing too exciting. I've shown you guys this baler before, or I think I did anyway. I've looked at them. They're very nice. If I was to upgrade a baler from John Deere, this is the one I would probably go towards. If you notice, I'm pointing out how heavy the auger assembly is here and the pickup behind the pickup head. And there's a dropout floor so that if you were to ever get a plug, you drop it out and it's gone, and then you just continue baling. And that's a really nice option to have. That's the only thing I do like on the newer balers that mine currently doesn't have. Well built. I've never really run one, but just from what I can see, it's well built. I do like the John Deere belts better than they do have on the Kuhn, but I think John Deere's got those patented, so no way they can really copy those. But yeah, there's another rake, rotary rake. And I was just going to show you guys here. This is a feeder I would be looking at, something like this, a little farther down the road. So I only have to feed once or twice a week instead of once every other day. It makes it a lot easier. It makes it so that you are not putting the tractor and warming the tractor up in winter. Because where I am, I don't have a building, so the tractor does take a few minutes to warm up before you can really use hydraulics, and that takes time and that takes fuel. So I'd rather fill once or twice a week than having to do it almost every other day. It all adds up in the end. So this would be what I'd be looking towards. This is an older one with chains, but anything like this would work. I wish it had a clean out door. That's the only thing this thing does require is a clean out door, because it's a pain in the butt having to shovel up because you're in tight there. These are just conditioners, same thing, just another company. Very similar. There's really similar concept. I just wanted to show you guys this. I was looking at stuff while I was at the dealership. That's why I was kind of here, because I was looking at stuff and I was in Elmira, so you might as well stop by your local stops. The thing beside it, a hay fluffer, I did look at one point, but yeah, I was just looking at the rollers, seeing how the chains worked, and more or less how it was built. But just these things aren't cheap, and for the cost of them, I can pretty much figure something out myself. It would be flails instead of mower or instead of rollers, but what can you do? Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of look at this while I was here, and that was pretty much the exciting part of the day. And I don't know if I have any other clips here, but we'll see if we can put it together. So this is the last thing I looked at here. This is my mower. Probably nicer condition just because it's been waxed up and it is raining, so it looks really nice. This one, I believe, has rolls. Let me see if I can scroll up here, or I was looking and not filming. Yep, it is rolls on this one. I'm not a fan of rolls, but it's a nice piece of equipment. So on that note, guys, I'll let you go. This is just a picture of the bull, how he's doing. I had a friend ask me what he looked like, so I took some pictures on my phone, and I thought I'd share it with you guys here. And this next one here is just comparing him to the cows, because they more have the Holstein genes, so they're taller. But no, he's doing well, living the dream here. And then this last one is the photo I took. I think it's for silage. I just thought it looked wicked cool. So thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe as always. Make sure to hit the bell, hit the thumbs up, and tell your friends.